books and articles that I've read. All right. So, the internet is fire. This is my metaphor. The creation of both the internet and fire changed the world. After their creation, they both spread quickly. Fire could bring light where there is darkness. So, a real quick activity. I just want you to shout out something that you've learned from using the internet. Just shout it out.
Brownies.
Python, keep it coming.
Sourdough bread.
Okay, keep it coming. Things you learn. More. All right, I see. Okay, more. Something you learn. All right, cool.
Fixing a sewing machine.
There you go. All right.
How to make money.
Wow, this crowd is on fire tonight. So the internet can bring light too, right? In the form of knowledge. Fire can bring warmth where there's cold, warming toes as you hold close. Sometimes the internet is just a place to find comfort. It has an endless amount of content, like an eternal flame. Fire can help provide essentials, like cooking burgers. Just as you need the internet when you're applying for a job. Anybody apply for a job recently on the internet? The whole paper application thing is long gone. But as we think about the internet and we think about fire, you should be aware. With the internet, like fire, you have to be careful. Your company can get hacked. You can have your identity stolen. You can become a victim of cyberbullying. And there are bad things on the internet like YouTube ads and spam. Your reputation or property can be completely destroyed. You become a meme yourself. By the way, look, this guy wasn't, oops, oh, I didn't know that would happen. Oh, God, I became one of those people.
Happens to the best of us.
It does. All right. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so this guy, he wasn't terminated, he was...
Fired.
That's right.
Whoa.
It is not fake. It's real. This is since you asked, this is a person who is protesting the falling of the Greek economy. And my point here is that with fire and with the internet, you can cause harm to yourself or you can cause harm to others. If you're not careful, you can crash and burn as your world around you watches. The internet can be the core of destruction. A small spark can grow into a house fire, just as a single tweet can set off a political revolution. But when the fire settles, the smoke clears, and clarity returns, love can be found, or love, depending on the specific app that you're using. Does anybody want to volunteer and say what their favorite app is here? No? Okay, I just thought I'd ask. Even as the fire burns, love can persevere. But let's be careful, because both the internet and fire have an evil side. There are flamers, the arsonists that are starting fires. We must beware of these arsonists, those that use their tools, those flames, for evil causes, spreading myths as truths, drugs as potions. These artists come in the form of lying politicians, hypocritical pastors, polluting companies, and child predators. Do I pause or like do I just keep going?
Nah, just gotta keep
Okay.
going. They can learn too.
So, if the internet is fire, then we, us in this room, the people leaving their class, the good guys, we have to be the firefighters. We have to be the good guys. We have to be able to use the internet as a force for good. Just as that fire you saw earlier warm toes or cook those burgers, we have to use the internet as a place for good. To donate money, learn a new skill, share important news. We must be firefighters that use our ladders to climb higher. So at Media Mobilizing Project, where I work, we share stories about the quest for justice. On your tables, you'll see a card that I placed that shows you what one of those stories is about public education. Later, you'll hear from Sarah. Every time she sends out tweets encouraging students to use the right study tools, she's a firefighter. Later, you'll hear from Damien. And every time Damien creates a new piece of art, she busts the gender stereotypes and the heteronormative. And later you'll hear from Hector, who too is a firefighter, every time he informs us how volunteers have the power to use the internet effectively. And hopefully I've summarized what you do. Okay. So we must use fire as a force. I have a charge for us. We must use our fire, whether it's the flame of a candle or an app on your phone, to do the right thing, to bring light where there is darkness, as a force for good, comfort, healing, and sharing. So that we can all rise to new heights above the clamor, allowing our own lights to shine. Because the internet is fire. Thank you.